People sometimes ask me, why am I not a feminist? Why am I a men's rights activist instead? Because after all, feminism is for equality too, and feminism wants to help men too. Well, I have a lot of videos where I show examples of feminist academics and feminist organizations not supporting equality for men, and in fact supporting discrimination against men. But besides that, there's another reason too. It's that feminism deals with theory and feminist theory, whereas MRAs deal with fact. So feminists will throw lots of words around like systems of oppression, axis of oppression, intersectionality, patriarchy, but none of these things actually really mean any tangible value. They're just academic constructs that a feminist academic wrote about in the 70s, and then another feminist academic cited her paper in the 80s, and now all of a sudden we act like it's valid social science, when really it's not. Whereas when you look at what MRAs talk about, we look at the straight facts. Conscription. Male-only conscription, where men are forced to join the military and women aren't. Pension ages, when men are forced to work until an older age before they can retire. The life expectancy gap, the education gap, the prison sentencing gap, etc. But feminists always just try and wash all of this away by saying, oh no, that's just the patriarchy, or that's just the systems of oppression, or that's how patriarchy hurts men too, without ever really explaining how that happens and what the heck that actually means, because it doesn't actually mean anything. It's just complete nonsense, especially when you consider that when you start looking at some of these laws that feminists claim are a result of the patriarchy, feminists are the ones supporting those laws that discriminate against men. So I guess that means feminists uphold the patriarchy. The reason why I'm an MRA is because it's based in reality and fairness, and not delusion. And I'm sorry if that's rude, but that's the way I feel. Oh, and actually, by the way, let me just add, because I know what the feminist comeback is going to be. They're going to say, wow, so you're just going to dismiss decades worth of feminist academics and sociologists because social science are real scientists. People actually study these things and write books on them. I'm aware of that, but here's the thing. You could write 10,000 books about nonsense, and it's still nonsense. The reason why I dismiss feminist theory and feminist social science isn't because I'm just trying to wave it away. The reason why I say it's not true is because it's not true. It doesn't reflect with the real world. Which gender is more likely to be homeless? Men. Which gender is more likely to be unemployed? Men. Which gender dies younger? Men. Which gender is punished more severely for the same crime? Men. Which gender is punished more harshly in school for the same offense? Boys. Which gender gets lower grades for the same work? Boys. So writing 10,000 books to explain how, well, actually, that's a sign of patriarchy and that's just male privilege in disguise is just complete nonsense. So I don't care how many PhDs or how many copies of bell hooks you want to send me. Guess what? I've read it all. It's not true, and it doesn't match the real world. Men's rights does match the real world, and that's why I'm an MRA.